So this session, we will be taking few marketing campaigns, cost-related marketing campaigns, social marketing campaigns that the brands and the organizations are focusing on and aligning their campaigns towards sustainable social impact. So this week, I have, in fact, I'm going to invite few of my students here to join the discussion with me, and we will take Tata Tea, Jaago Ray voters campaign that Tata Tea had run, and I'm going to bring that advertisement on the table with my students sitting over here along with me for a discussion. But before that, I would like you to go through the link that we are sharing here in the caption. Please do go through the advertisement, and then you'll be able to relate to it way better. So, moving the screen onto my students over here. Hello. Hello, ma'am. How are you doing? Great. That's good. So, I'm going to request you to introduce yourself for the audience here on the Swayam platform, and we'll begin with Shruti.
Hello, I'm Shruti Goyal. I'm first year student at PGDM.
Hello everyone, my name is Hansika Jetli and I'm also a PG1 student of ILM.
Hello everyone, I'm Dhruvan Sharma and I'm also a student here at IIL.
So great. And in fact, an important part is that these are the students who have also helped me develop videos on the Swim platform. And I always wanted to share a screen with them. It means a lot to me. This is the first time I'm on Swim platform, and I also wanted the BTS team to be also present there with me on screen. So, so what we will be discussing today is regarding the advertisement Tata Tea, Jaago Ray. Have you gone through the advertisement?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
You
ma'am.
have? All right, that's fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'll take you through the scenes one by one. Just let's have a recap of what we have seen in the ad, and then I'll open the forum for discussion. Okay? And the discussion could be what were your first takes or key gateways with respect to the ad? Do you think the ad is delivering any kind of social responsible message to the audience? And then, of course, Drone, since you happen to be the production expert, I would like to hear your expertise with respect to what kind of elements did they take into the making of the ad.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, are we ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Jaago Ray, be an informed voter by Tata Tea. This is the advertisement that I'm going to be touch basing on. And this is scene one, which is the morning tea routine. A young professional wakes up, makes tea, and turns on the news. The headlines scream of corruption, poor governance, and social issues. He shakes his head in frustration and murmurs, Sab ek jaise hain. They're all the same. Then it moves on to scene two, a thought provoking conversation. As he takes his first sip of Tata tea, an elderly neighbor walks by and says, You complain about bad leaders all the time, but did you vote wisely? The young man looks puzzled. Moving on to scene three, realization and action. The neighbor hands him a voter registration form saying, Change begins with awareness. Be an informed voter. Motivated, the young man visits a Jago Ray website where he learns how to research candidates, register to vote, and makes an informed choice. And the last scene, which is scene four, the transformation scene. On election day, he proudly casts his vote. The ad closes with a tagline Javore, be the change you wish to see. How did you like that?
Very
It was
nice.
a great art.
All right. So let me ask Shruti, first take on that ad. What was your emotion? What was your feeling? Just true, your feeling from inside.
Okay, so the first very strong emotion I was able to feel was awareness. a social responsibility that we have towards our country. So we have seen like the youngsters nowadays don't really go to cast on the vote, and they still have an opinion about how the ruling parties are not really functioning properly. So this through this campaign or ad, Tata has actually invoked them that you have to wake up. This is your awakening call. And as Tata is also resonated as India's brand, so it also had a very strong patriotic feeling along with it. So yeah, the message delivered for social responsibility was there.
So that's a very good point that you mentioned about the brand. Tata's is a very philanthropic brand, and they do a lot towards corporate social responsibility. So the feel of patriotism and encouraging the young audience to go out there and make an informed choice is a great campaign that Tata's have run through the Jaago campaign. So thank you, Shruti, very much. So, Drone, moving on to you, and since I mentioned that you do happen to be a production expert, you work so much on the swim videos along with me. So, I want to understand from you the kind of production elements that they have used in the making of this ad. So, what do you think about the entire elements that they've used in the ad?
So going on a candid note, like going from a marketing team and being like, we need to shoot an ad which derives young people, because tea is something you need to market to the young people. And the fact they took on voting, inspiring them for voting also, this is not an easy task to visualize. And for visualizing the storyboarding, I believe would have been like crazy. Like going through ideas and going through things and not siding to a political side is also one thing, because you want to show the brand that it supports young people coming up for them own selves, but still also not taking a side,
Yeah.
because as a brand it is very important.
And also, Drone, you enjoy a lot of tea, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, when you have tea, what happens with that?
So, as a tea lover, like flavor is important, but sometimes the brand is also important, because we specifically pay a price for a brand because it will taste the way, and sometimes it stands for something. Going out of Tata tea, there's also Colombian tea, which is very a niche. You
Mhm.
pay for it, and
Yeah, but when you have tea,
Hmm.
don't you feel like energetic? It just kickstarts your day.
It's
Isn't
very
that the first
energetic.
feeling? Yeah. So now, if you relate, coming to you, Hansika, now how did they use this whole element of kickstarting your day with tea and then bringing the voters campaign along with it? How did you find this? What was the impact of the storytelling to the audience, and how it was kind of relatable to the young audience like you?
So, storytelling is a very impactful way to a brand to resonate themselves with a person or consumer. So, it's not just a ad or a campaign, it's a journey for them also, for us also, to show us where we are, how we are perceiving the things, and how we literally go from this one scene to second scene or third scene.
Yeah.
It's very empowering us, like
Yeah.
how we should cast a vote, how we are the one who are making the vote, and how we are the one who are deciding the government.
Yeah.
And the like the main point I would highlight is retention of it.
Yes.
So basically, I remember my grandparents used to like
Yeah.
tell me stories and all. And I still remember those stories because we may forget about the words, but we will never forget the actions.
Yes.
So that's something I remember. So that's very empowering, and it will be like in our mind for like it's almost 11 years for that ad, and I still remember
Yeah,
that.
that's a beautiful thing that you mentioned about your grandparents, reciting stories to you, because at the end, there's always a lesson to be learned. So, through this campaign, Tatas have ensured that, of course, we are in a course on customer centricity, how you bring in the consumer insights to cater to their needs and expectations, but at the same time you're ensuring a positive behavioral change, because social change is nothing but social transformation in our mindset, in our behavior, in the way we look at life. So thank you very much for joining with me on this platform. Thank you. Okay, students. So we had a great discussion on the Tata Tea Jagore campaign. and some wonderful insights we've gathered from all of you. It's always very important to hear the other side of the table. So I think that was a great contribution by each one of you. And now I would like to discuss another campaign of mine, which is very, very close to me, and that is ARIEL hashtag Share the Load campaign. Have you guys seen that campaign?
I
Yes,
love
ma'am.
that campaign.
Right? So I think it came live 9 years back, right? And this campaign has kind of hit the point and has spoken beautifully, conveyed the message beautifully with respect to gender inequality in household chores. Drone, I'm coming to you. Do you do any kind of household work?
Like since shifting out, and it has been an experience learning about things that you usually don't think about. A lot of the things you feel are convenient at home,
Mhm.
but once you get out, you have to think about things like, do I have my laundry done or not?
Mhm.
So this is still a pain point, like when you do your laundry,
Mm-hmm.
and this campaign hits right the same way
Okay.
because my mom has helped me throughout the years
Mm-hmm.
as being my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a learning experience. Now mom has her own hand now
Okay.
on this.
So do you share any load with your mom at back at home?
Now I do
Okay,
whenever
that's
I'm back
nice.
home.
That's
Whenever I'm back
wonderful.
home, and it's an experience now. I know how to use a machine now, and before it used to be like it's mom's area, but
Okay.
now I know every bit of detergent, every bit of what to use, what not to use. So
Fantastic.
it's a learning experience.
That's good. So, so if we talk about share the load campaign, and Drone, since I started off with you, I'll continue with you. There's some beautiful production elements they use in the campaign, right? Wherein they've shown a typical traditional household. There's a woman in the household, there's a husband, there is a kid, and there is the father of the lady, right? In the scenario. That's the scene that they put up over there. And the kind of production elements that they've used in the campaign. So, how do you think that has led to a social transformation or has led to a shift in the mindset of the father who is sitting and absorbing all that was going on in the household?
So coming to the first part of the question, in the production sense, like showing the story,
Mm-hmm.
and they derived it from the daughter to the father.
Yeah.
Because you realize this as a father watching your daughter
Mhm.
going through all the things like
Multitasking.
multitasking and all. And in the story, how they went through is they showed the busy life of the daughter and how
Right.
she's still able to manage everything,
Right.
and now reflecting that back to his wife or his mother.
Right.
So this was mainly like if you go by the fact. So this was mainly for the father. It
Mhm.
was for the men to realize that you should be giving your part,
Yeah.
and giving that on the screen is a little harder when you have to show the whole story. So
Yeah.
having a 2 minute ad
Yeah.
able to show the whole story and then diverting to the father's part and
Yeah.
then showing how the father contributed.
Yeah.
It,
Right.
it's really a very
First was the realization part that, while his wife used to do all these cooking and running errands at home, and while he was so used to be engrossed in reading newspapers and watching TV and just kind of had a shut eye towards the wife running around, to the realization later on, after seeing his daughter running around the same errands in the room, he realized that he should contribute to.
So on a paper,
Mhm.
it feels like it's very easy to show this and everything.
Mhm.
But as behind of the camera, you have to show the viewer
Yeah.
that this is the story and this
A
is
very typical
this is the
traditional.
problem. This is the problem which we are facing as a social cause.
Yeah.
And this has been like a very great art,
Hmm.
and kudos to the production team.
So Shruti, for the first time when you saw this ad, what was your first emotion and feel?
Okay, so for me, when I first saw this ad, it was very, very emotional.
Mhm.
They have had a very high impact on the psychology of the viewer, and they have actually addressed a very important social issue, which is gender inequality, which is
Yeah.
faced by most of the households in India,
Yeah.
where it is somewhere taken that household work is meant to be done by the woman and outside work is meant to be done by the men.
Right.
So here they are trying to say that there is no division of work or roles, like one have to do that and other have to do that. You have to share the load equally and
Yes.
contribute. So it actually made a
Yeah,
very
and consider the fact that today families are also getting very nuclear, right?
Yes,
So it's
ma'am.
very important with both husband and wife stepping out to work. So both have to equally contribute. That's very important, hand, right? So that's great, Shruti. And moving to Hansika. So do you think there is a message being delivered through this ad?
Actually the main thing they are doing, the message delivering. So basically, what other products do, what other brands do is sell their product.
Hmm.
Ariel with this particular campaign has sell the shift in mindset.
Yes.
So they have shifted. Like I come from a psychological background, psychology background. And what I see is like they are literally pushing the unconscious biasness
Hmm.
to their consciousness that we have been being biased about this.
Yeah.
And this is a very enlightening, the powerful ad they have like told us, like the inequality we see, the discrimination about household workload.
Yeah.
And not only Ariel, it's you only said that's a 9-year-old, I guess.
Yes.
And after that, we have seen so many ads. Let's take the example of Surf Excel.
Yes.
Surf Excel earlier was like a kid going to matches or something, and a mother coming
A
back.
boy,
Yeah.
especially a boy going
But
to play
if
football.
we saw the recent app of Surf Excel, you can see a girl playing
Football.
football and coming back to his her
So-
father.
Yeah,
And
who's washing the
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Right.
And one of the very heart touching ad for me was the Dove campaign, the beauty stop the beauty test
Yes.
campaign.
Yes.
In that particular campaign, it was telling that the beauty standards, it's just a something we have said.
Yes.
They literally challenged that beauty standard, and it was a very brilliant ad.
Absolutely.
So that's a very like strong
Mm.
but a very good impact they have. This particular change they are addressing, the particular message they are doing.
Yes, very right. So through Ariel ads, through Dove ads, through Surf Excels, Patagonia, Nike, Adidas, wherein we are actually ensuring we are definitely bringing the consumer insights on the table, but ensuring at the same time that there is a message being delivered. In fact, even if I look at Bollywood movies, a lot of Akshay Kumar movies, they've always ended with a very, very strong message to the society. And the reason being that the society, today's generation, is well read, well educated, conscious about what they are eating, what they're wearing. And it's the world is now, we are all concerned about the climate change. There's increase in global warming. So these are small baby steps as individuals, as brands, and as society on the whole, we need to be conscious of and aware of in order to bring a positive social change in our thinking and in our mindset. So thank you once again.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.